vitamin D3. Now, apparently, you know, we're not getting enough vitamin D, especially those of us who live, you know, in countries where, you know, we're lucky to get a sunny day, and they're quite few and far between. So we're, you know, but then, you know, we could have it all summer, but we're not, you know, we could have a really nice summer, we're still not going to get enough vitamin D. But here's the thing that I learned as well, that it's not just random any old vitamin D that we need, it's actually vitamin D3, and apparently it's that D3 is what we absorb through the skin. I hope that's right, I'm sure I read that today. So you need vitamin D3, not D2. And I'm going to read this bit again. So it can be taken in any form and at any time of the day, with or without meals. It says a lot of people are deficient in vitamin D due to digestive or celiac problems or gluten intolerances. Excuse me, I'm going to cough. So I think a lot of people with their thyroid problems are Hashimoto's disease. I think they're going to be, I think it's said that they're most likely to be low in their vitamin D3. So it says, according to the Vitamin D Council, you should take 5,000 IU, international units. How clever am I now? Absolutely no idea what IU stood for earlier on today. International units. So according to the Vitamin D Council, you should take 5,000 IU per day to change your level. So if you're low and you want to change it, so you need to take 5,000 at least a day. So it says Grassroots Health, which is another website, has a chart that says to change levels, take 35 IU per every 1 pound of your body weight to estimate ideal dose. So for every pound that you weigh, you need to times that by 35. Is that right? Maths isn't my thing either, as well as speaking, it seems. Grassroots Health has a chart that says to change levels, take 35 IU per day. No, oh gosh, I'm so sorry. Grassroots Health, which is another website, has a chart that says to change levels, take 35 IU per every pound of body weight to estimate what your ideal dose is. But don't take more than 10,000 IU per day for an adult. Now the thing with that 10,000 is, apparently with the vitamin D, there's what some people are calling a trend now to go higher in your doses. Now there was a time when really high doses of vitamin D was given in a short space of time to rats, to kill rats and rodents. So, you know, the old school people are thinking, oh my gosh, you know, you can't take that much vitamin D. The new thoughts on it are that you actually can, but, you know, stop at 10,000 IU, but also have it along with some other vitamins, which I'll say now, but particularly K2, Mark 7, which again I'll say in a minute. So once you've worked out that ratio and how much your dose is, you know, you could start taking that. And it says other vitamins and minerals are needed to help vitamin D to work. Well, these are called cofactors. According to the Vitamin D Council, the most critical are magnesium, vitamin K2, zinc, boron, B-O-R-O-N, and vitamin A. And it says vitamin D is measured on a scale of 30 to 100 ng. I'm going to show me ignorance, I have no clue. I should have looked that up, shouldn't I? What ng is, but it says ng / millilitres. I'm presuming it's millilitres, it's an M and an L. So vitamin D is measured on a scale of 30 to 100 ng / ml. Below 30 is commonly considered deficient. Tell you what, you won't be mistaken. You won't be thinking you've accidentally tuned into a science channel, will you? It says vitamin D3's natural partner is vitamin K2. And it says the genius of this combo begins with proper respect for D3's function of powerful enhancing calcium absorption. Recent research has shown that excessive calcium intake alone can be harmful to the body. The additional calcium must be correctly utilised, or it can show up in the wrong places and cause diseases. Excessive calcium uptake and deposits and interference with normal cardiac and renal functions. So it basically interferes with all those things. By conscientiously using vitamin K2 in conjunction with D3, this issue of oh gosh, I can't, it's METASTATIC. I can't say it, but I'm embarrassed to say it because I know I'm going to get it wrong. I can't say it. Metastatic calcium is thoroughly avoided. I think I might just cut that bit out. Let's see. So basically what it's saying is take them both together and that naughty calcium isn't going to go all hard and horrible in the wrong places. There's a link between the calcium and cancer as well, apparently, so you might want to Google that. I didn't today, but I will do. Okay, so it says K2. It needs to be Mark 7, which is natural, unlike the Mark 4, which is synthetic. It says 180 to 200 micrograms of K2 enables calcium to move around the body to where it needs to be, rather than it building up in the heart or arteries, etc. 45 to 185 micrograms daily for an adult. But as long as you're, pretty healthy and you're not on any anticoagulants. See, that was a word I could actually say until now. So anything like any blood thinners like warfarin or aspirin, it doesn't really recommend. So you might want to just check with your GP or maybe a chemist. Okay. So, like I said, I went on Amazon to have a look. I haven't bought mine yet because I might still have a little look at iHerb was one of them. There was a list. You know what, I'll try and put some links down to the different places as well. I probably won't go through the list at the moment because it was a pretty big list. So what I might do is I might wait until I've decided which ones I'm going to get, and then I'll let you know. The choice I've made about manufacturers, because I didn't, or companies as well, I only made because I was having to go by other people's judgments. So people on, obviously like the star ratings too. If they were going to get 1 star, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to get them. But the people on the For Thyroid Patients Only Facebook page, a lot of them take different supplements and that, and some of them have taken some and changed to different brands and found they work better. So is it Solgar? Solgar, I think it is, was one of the main brands. Swanson was another one, and do you know what, I can't think there was Jarrow was another one. There was 1 or 2 that I saw that did, I thought personally they looked quite good because they had the things in them at the dosage needed, and they didn't have the stuff that wasn't supposed to be in it, and they did have the stuff that was supposed to be in it, but it wasn't a name that I'd recognise. But some of them did have good star ratings, so, and quite a lot of reviews. So you know what, I mean, you know, it all boils down to money, doesn't it, as well? Well, it does for me. So I don't think I'm going to be able to get them all anyway, and so I'm not going to be able to get the most expensive. There was another company, I think it was called Nature's Way or something like that, and they did some really good deals on some of them, and you could get bundles. You could get them individually. You could get bundles of 2, 3, 8 and more, I think, as well, which would be good if you were getting them with a few different people, because I was actually thinking about it for me and my niece. But then isn't it funny, because I don't mind taking the chance on having them unrecommended, but the thought of my niece taking them and them not being the best ones, it doesn't sit well for me. So we'll see. I didn't even, to be honest with you, I didn't even put them on the list I gave my sister, because I just couldn't live with myself if they were really rubbish, but they seem to get good star rating. So anyway, that's what I did last night and today. So even though I've let the side down a little bit by not actually being able to reel all the information off like a real professional, or pronounce some of the names, that kind of is embarrassing. I'm really sorry about that. But I am proud of myself, all that said, because I actually made myself do it, and it's done now. So that's made me feel really good. And I made up my books here, and can't wait for the NDT to come, although I've worked out that if I have my bloods checked in just before, I think like the 30th of August, I think it was August, I think that will take me up to nearly 5 months from my my first blood test this year, when I was feeling really low. And I know I haven't been on iron tablets that long, and then I had a big break from them. But I'm hoping by that time my levels will have gone up. I'm hoping to order these vitamins and minerals either tonight or tomorrow, so I'm sure they won't take too long to come, so I can get myself on them. But my other levels aren't as low as the ferritin, so hopefully they won't take long to get up. Because the thing is, I know people take the chance and they start their NDT when their ducks aren't all in a row, when they haven't got all their levels at an optimum level. But you know, and they work on them while they're taking the NDT, and that's great for some people, and it works for some people, and it really, really hasn't worked for other people, and they've just felt really horrible. I'm not the luckiest person in the world, and as I keep saying, I like to do things by the book, so I'm going to try my very best to get my levels to the optimum place they should be. Get my bloods taken again in, well, I've just said end of August, beginning of September. Fingers crossed they'll be where they should be, or at least nearly there, so I'll carry on taking the iron, and then I'll start the NDT. The thing is, I'm trying to leave it as late as I can, because I just know for a fact they're not going to check me again. So, you know, or at best they'll check me 3 months after that next blood test. So you know, I just want to give myself the best chance I can give myself, really. So it's all down to personal choice, I suppose. But I am excited. Really, what I would have liked to have done is basically started the NDT this week, and be fit as a fiddle by the time I get back to work, and they'll all think that they've got a new member of staff. I think that would be absolutely perfect and ideal, but I can't let that emotion and that want to do it take hold. I can't, because at the end of the day, I've got a husband I love, and I've got a baby that I love, and I want to spend time with them, and you know, I need to do this properly. I mean, I've hardly spent any time at all with the baby today because I've been doing this. And at first it didn't sit well with me, because I always spend time with him, and I always do stuff with him, and I don't go on the computer around him or anything like that. So I mean, the thing was today that I brought the computer down in the living room and sat at the table and did it, and his dad played with him, and his dad took him to the park and things, and his dad fed him. and I played a little bit with him. But you know, I need to not feel bad, because at least I was with him, and I was, you know, interacting with him, not as much as normal. And you know, at the end of the day, this is to get better, to have a more active role. No, I've got an active role, but what's the word I'm looking for? You know, instead of like making myself do things and pushing through, I'll actually feel like I've got the energy to do it. So that's where I'm up to today, and I think that's everything. Yeah, I think that's everything for tonight. So okay then, take care, bye.